ask him about your play this season, and one thing he brought up was today, going out to the walkthrough, and just the level of information you're able to retain and quickly turn around, and just how much of an advantage that is for them early in a week, setting up the week. Has that always been kind of a superpower of yours when it comes to football, just retaining information and game planning and that aspect of the game?
I try to. I mean, that's a great compliment, but I think it's part of my job, really. I think it's kind of like the baseline of what I'm supposed to do is, retain it and be able to spit it out, and then be able to kind of do my best to coach it on the field and help these guys where I can. And I think walkthrough is extremely important. I try to take it pretty serious and make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do.
Dan said you're playing your best ball of your career. I feel like he said that, honestly, each of the last 3-4 seasons here.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra was saying on his podcast that everything's up here for you. You don't wear it on the wristband. And all these compliments from your teammates and coaches. We've all had bad coworkers and teammates, but for your guys, your people that speak so highly of you, how does that hit you?
Yeah, it's awesome. That means a ton coming from those guys, and I feel good. I am definitely helped out by a lot of great players around me, great coaches around me, and doing my best to do my job.
The league is so volatile at quarterback play, with people excited by the pizzazz, the big plays, the risk reward. You've made a career for yourself, and a really good one, of being consistent. When you look across the league and you see guys getting successful big plays like that, but then also failing out, is that a reminder to you to stay the course of the career you've built?
Yeah, I just try to stay in my lane and do what I'm supposed to do each play, and play each play in a vacuum, to some extent. Obviously the situation of the game is going to change some things, but go through my reads, see what the defense is presenting, and try to attack them where I see fit, and I just try to get better every week.
Hey Jared, Dan's reading glasses made headlines last week. Any thoughts on his fashion statement on the sidelines?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him wear them before, so I don't think we were shocked. But either make the font maybe a little bit bigger, or he's going to keep wearing those glasses.
What's it like to have Dan in your helmet calling plays?
It's great. He did a good job. Yeah, he's steady Eddie, and I thought he was great.
Jared told us about the right before the J-Mo play that you could see Dan being a little frustrated on the sidelines because he didn't think he got all the call in. Can you kind of tell us your perspective of how that play went down? Did you get the full play call?
Yes, I believe so. I think there was a couple shifts in motions on that play, and I kind of was just like, hey, just line up, because I knew we were late in the huddle. I can't remember if the whole thing came in or not, but I heard most of it and was able to get us out of the huddle and then lined up correctly. And sometimes, if I love the play so much, I'm like, guys, line up. Like, I don't want to call timeout. Like, let's get this thing snapped. And I had a pretty good feeling about that one. So I was like, screw the motions and the shifts. Like, let's just get lined up and snap it. And sure enough, J-Mo ran a great route and scored.
Is it common for like half of a play call to come in before that 15-second thing comes off?
Yeah, it happens, man. It does. And certainly when you're on the road and it's loud, and that could be a challenge. And that'll certainly be a challenge this week too with their crowd noise. And I try to do my best to study and know if I hear one word, I can kind of get the rest of it, and because that's how it is sometimes.
Jared, it did seem like you were maybe getting to the line a little bit earlier last week compared to the first 8 games. I don't know if that's just like anecdotal, but could you feel the calls coming in a little bit more quickly from Dan?
I don't know if I'm going to compare that or contrast that. I thought it was pretty similar.
Campbell said he loves the atmosphere in a place like Philly. Are you looking forward to
it'll be great.
Beer and batteries being thrown at you?
I don't think they'll do any of that. I know that may have happened in the past, but it'll be great. It'll be fun. It'll be ruckus. We've played in those environments. This will be another one of those. Sunday Night Football, previous champ, like everything you want. And they'll bring it. We'll bring it. It'll be fun.
I got over here a little late, but obviously your teammate Jameer Gibbs, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Just when you're around a young player like him, what's making him so unique? And a lot of these awards, a lot of things he's doing, what's making him really break out this year?
He's good at kind of everything. Obviously his speed jumps out right away, and we can get him, on the perimeter on some things. It's pretty impressive what he can do. And but then out of the backfield with his hands and his route running ability is getting so much better. It's hard to imagine, where the ceiling is for this guy. So he just keeps getting better, and it's fun to work with him.
Jared, how you had offensive flow last week and kind of getting back in the flow. How much was the ability to access the play action game early and often based off of the running game and everything kind of working in sync?
That's always something that we're trying to get to, and has been a hallmark of us when we've been good on offense is typically the play actions working. Anytime we can get to those plays and get them into the right coverages and get our guys, doing what they're supposed to do, and then ultimately the protection up front is the most important, and leads to some pretty good plays for us.
Jared, how do you keep that defense honest this week?
Yeah, you just got to play hard and do our thing. They're a good defense. They're well coached. They're very sound. They do a lot of things right. They got really good players. They're the Super Bowl champs last year for a reason, and we'll have our hands full, but we're ready.
Jared, we talk about J-Mo being so dangerous down the field, right? How you got to play safety over the top, that speed. We saw last week how those crossers can be just as dangerous in those. And some of the coverage they were doing with Saint kind of opened up some of those opportunities. When you see that, just how dangerous is he in those crossers and stuff? Could you utilize that?
Sure. I mean, anytime we get him the ball on the move, gosh, it's hard to stop. And no matter what coverage it is, obviously we'd love to hit him over the top as much as possible, but those crossing routes are just as good for him, and he gets out there on the edge, man coverage, zone coverage, whatever it is. He does a good job with it.
Hutch, when you look at this team, it's not just Jalen Hurts, it's Saquon Barkley. I mean, the names could go on. How do you look at this team going into this week?
A lot of talent. A really good football team. This is going to be. I mean, we've had this one on our calendar. We've been looking at this one on our calendar for a long time. So. Coaches are going to have us ready. We're going to be ready for this game, and we really see this as a must-win.
Did you see a lot at practice today? Are you dealing with anything? Did you join practice later? Or we just miss you?
I think the injury report comes out in a little bit. We'll be good though. Nothing to worry about. Just a little bump in the road, but we're good.
What was the injury?
It's like an upper body. I don't even know. I think it should come out on the injury report.
Were you not concerned about your availability this week?
Not at all.
Aidan, you said must win, which is kind of odd. They're not a division team. They're not. Is it because they are such a powerhouse, and that's how you guys measure yourselves?
I mean, ultimately, where we see ourselves as a team, we every year the standard is to battle for that number 1 seed, and they're one of those teams that we're going to battle with. So that's why it's a must-win in my eyes, and it's going to set us up really good for the last stretch of this season.
Over the last few years, you guys have been a contender in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. You guys always play other teams who seem to be in that conversation, but Philly has not been one of the teams on the schedule. Is that why you're looking forward to it in a way? Because it's kind of like the last one to check off of the list, kind of?
No, I think again it's just they're a really good team in the NFC, and again when you look at the end of the year, we want to be able to look back on this game and know that we gave it all we had, and we prepared the most, and we executed at the highest level to get the win.
What do you make of Hurts as a quarterback?
Super talented, man. Super mobile. I mean, there's so many good players around him too. Really, that whole offense is a lot of talent. And Jalen, he's when we played him in 22, really tough. Keep him in the pocket. Really good at scrambling, great mobility. Can make all the throws, So we're gonna have our hands full, but I think we got a good game plan in place.
We talk about Panay being one of the best right tackles in the NFL quite often. They've got two pretty good ones themselves at tackle, and Mailata and Lane. Just how much do you relish one-on-one matchups against elite tackles like that?
It's great. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a great test. And I'm going to go out there and compete my ass off. And that's what really we got to do as a D-line. If we're gonna win this game, it starts up front, and we understand that the talent of their O-line, but that doesn't change our standard.
Any recollections of playing against Lane in 2022? Did you see him that day?
I did. It was game 1 of the rookie years, a long time ago. I played those two, and I was like, if every tackle's like this, I was like, whew. But no, it's good. It's good. We get to see him 3 years later now, so it'll be good. I'd like to say I think I've grown quite a lot since then.
Mid-season awards, I know they don't exactly get printed out and turned into actually something you put on your mantle, but to see the notoriety that people are giving you, I think it was Fox Sports made you Defensive Player of the Year through 9 games, halfway point. What does that do for you in just coming back to the season, knowing that the production is there and the belief has always been there, but the production's there too?
I didn't even know that. That's awesome. Really cool, but really my focus is on this first 17 games, and again, like I've said, the NFL is a marathon, and you could play well in the first 9 games, but you got to keep it up and treat every week and prepare every week like it's a Super Bowl, really. And I'm going to continue to do that and just keep pulling the trigger out there.
Hey, what have you heard about playing in Philly, and what kind of atmosphere do you expect to encounter on Sunday night?
I never played there. I know it's hostile to say the least, but I think those are fun environments to play in, man. It's you get in those college football-esque games that like really bring the love of the game back, I guess. Not like it's ever gone, but you get that I don't know, like you're out there, you're 18 years old, you're in college, like fans are screaming, people care about its tradition, like that to me, it really invigorates my soul, and you go out there and Sunday Night Football too, so really it's I can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
Did Campbell fill you in on how nasty it can get too, as far as the fans and throwing things and stuff like that?
Yeah.
He told us a few stories.
Yeah, for sure. He told us a few stories as well. So we'll see if they hold true. Maybe back in Dan's day they were doing that stuff. I don't know if they're throwing whatever they're throwing at the bus, whatever he was. I don't even know.
In your assessment, do you see the pass rush being as consistent as you'd like it to be? I mean, obviously last game, I think, Brian had 1.5 sacks or 2 sacks, and so not as much pressure, I guess, or getting home for the defensive line as maybe you guys would have liked. I mean, do you feel like it's at a good place, or how would you describe it, I guess?
Yeah, looking at that game, it was kind of a weird game. I felt they were trying to take the D-line out of play a little bit and kind of throwing those fades and kind of the quicker throws a little bit, but ultimately we're just going to move on to the next week, really. And some games it's like that. I mean, it's for every team. It's not like you're going to have 6 sacks collectively every game, but obviously, since none of the D linemen got a sack, I mean, we're all feeling very motivated to get back on the production board.
Philly's a tough place to play, but they also run one of the toughest places to stop in the NFL. Your thoughts on what it takes to stop the tush push and the challenge that awaits potentially?
Yeah, it's just got to find a way. It's I don't think anybody's quite cracked it yet, but I trust Big DJ Reader in the middle to get the job done. He's stopped a few QB sneaks in his day, so it's gonna be a great battle.
How do you practice something like that, though, that some people say is unstoppable?
You can't really practice a QB sneak. It's a battle of will.
So you just never let them get into a 3rd and 1, right?
Yeah. It's easy, right? Yeah, of course. Come on now.
When we talked to Brad about the decision to waive you with an injury settlement, he was confident, bottom line, he's going to be a Detroit Lion. Just what was your side of that equation?
I mean, it was absolutely the same. I mean, I'm a loyal guy, and this team picked me for a reason, and I truly feel like this is the best team for me, and this team means everything to me, and because when somebody picks me, I'm a loyal guy, man. I stick with them and I don't want to leave. And I was talking to my agent and he was telling me like, oh yeah, like 31 called and just asking about you, and I was like, man, I am not going anywhere. I'm staying here because this is where I want to be, and this team believes in me, and I love them, and I'm not going anywhere. So
when did you get cleared?
I got cleared like week 7. Okay. Week 8, I was starting to bench again. I was starting to do everything again. But I had to wait like additional 3 weeks because of the NFL rules and stuff like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how long did it take you to feel back to normal then? If you've been cleared for a certain amount of weeks, I'm assuming you've been working out. What did it feel like when you took the field today?
Man, it felt like such a blessing. It meant everything, man. It's just like to be back on the field, and I took a deep breath, and I was just like, man, it's such a blessing to be able to be practicing again, to be able to strike a sled to be able to, man, just to be moving again and just to have teammates and see them do the same thing and just like, man, oh, I want to get better at this. Oh, I want to do this move now. And I was like, it's just a blessing, man. I'm super grateful to be out there. And I prayed and I was like, man, God, thank you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be back on that field. And man, this means everything to me. And I'm never ever going to take it for granted again. It's a blessing. It's like you lose kind of like you don't lose hunger of the game, but anything that's getting stripped away from you and now you have it, it's like, man, I'm gonna attack every single day like it's my last day so I can give it all I got, so you have that appreciation of the game. It's always good to have.
From afar, what was it like watching the team? Now it's clearly a competitive team. Yeah. It's a good football team. Just from a step back, what did you think about watching the Detroit Lions?
Man, this is a Super Bowl team. This team, I truly believe they're going to win a Super Bowl. And it's a competitive roster, and man, it's just everybody want to give their best and everybody want to come to work happy and positive and want to get better and want to compete. So anytime you have that environment, man, I got fired up today when I heard Coach Campbell was like, man, we wanted Philly for so long. And I was like, yes. I was like, I wanted that feeling, So it's a blessing, man, just to be able to sit in the team meeting again and just to have that experience. It means everything to me. And I want to give it all I got. And I want to help this team do whatever it takes to win. And be on scout team, being whatever, like, honestly, being whatever, just help my teammates and just be the best version of myself.
Hey, Ahmed, where and how have you been watching games? At home, I assume? And are you like a stand up and yell at the TV guy? Or are you watching hockey?
Man, it was
experience like for you?
It was in the beginning. It was tough for me to watch because I was like, man, I wanted to be with them. I wanted to celebrate with them, and I wanted to feel the losses with them. I wanted to have that feeling, to just being back a part of the team. I couldn't go to any events. I couldn't be around the facility or anything just because the NFL rules. So when I got back and man, I'm just excited. The last couple weeks, I'm like, man, I can't wait to go back. I want to experience these wins with that. I want to be in the locker room when coaches talk and. I just want that, I'm grateful for the opportunity and to come back here and just to give it all I got again,
Being in the facility, is there any way you could have, stayed mentally prepared, with the scheme and stuff? Did they give you any homework before they cut you or anything like that?
I mean, everything. I'm completely off, so I was completely iPad was taken and everything, so I'm completely off the team, so they couldn't really contact me even. So that part was tough a little bit because I wanted to keep connection and just to feel like with the coaches again. But now that I have that connection again, I'm never gonna leave the opportunity to take it for granted, So I just want to say what's up to the coach every time I see him, or hey coach, what's up? How's you doing today? Hey, let's give it all I got today. Having that feeling and being coached again it means the world to me, and I will never take it for granted.
I know you said your agent
schematically, just with where the defense is.
It's been 2 months, and there's more stuff added, and I just want to learn. It's the same stuff, but I just wanted maybe different verbiage and just to do technique, different scheme, different stuff like that. So it's not gonna take me long to get because I get it fast. And sit with my teammates and be and stay in the same team room and have the same meeting and just listen and taking notes. That's what I'm good at,
Did you actually have offers from other teams to go there? And did your agent talk to these other teams?
I mean, my agent was handling all that. He was I know, he was telling me all 31 was wanting you on their practice squad. Because I don't count as a player. So, and I was like, man, I'm not going anywhere. I want to stay here because people believe in me, and I'm going to give it all I got because loyalty is a big thing for me. And man, I just want to give it the best I got,
Still watching Hutch tape?
Absolutely. I have to. He's dominant, man. He's really good at what he does. So, man, I'm really impressed by him, and it was really good to see him, and just learning from him and learning from everybody.
Did you find your former spot?
I tried a couple spots for sure. I know I tried Amusami's. It's pretty good. It was really impressive shawarma. I tried Kitchen 75 in Detroit Kitchen 75. I tried that. Yeah. I also tried a spot on Uber Eats. They have a really good chicken. It's the Butcher. That's pretty good. I love that. It's a good spot. They have really good garlic sauce too, and it's just the meal just feels healthy, you know. Yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get that. But my wife loves it too. So I'm a big fan. I did. Yep, I did. I just stayed here. I drove every day. And I saw the facility, and I was like, man, I really want to go in there and say hi. But it was tough. But I'm just grateful to be here and finally to have a locker room. You know, I'm really grateful for that. To have a number, to go in treatment, to have tubs, to have meals ready, to have shakes, to have vitamins. All that I'm grateful for, and I just really want to be the best version of myself and just do everything that I can do to help this team win a Super Bowl.
What was it like being out there back, kind of doing the drills and being with the guys again?
Just gratitude. I just thank God when I was out there. And, man, you just can't take this game for granted. I'm just happy to be back with the guys. And, man, just happy and just a lot of gratitude.
What is it like for you to sit and watch the games? I mean, you've got the kids at home, but how do you get in the zone and prepare for coming back?
Yeah, me and my wife and the kids, we just been watching football like all day on Sundays, like everybody else. It was cool, but I was ready to get back in the field. But it definitely gave me a different perspective on football, and it just made me more grateful for it. And I also was happy to see guys, in the secondary get a chance to ball and do their thing. So it's been a different perspective, but I'm definitely happy to be back.
Is there one positive you can take from something like this? That guys got an opportunity to play, and DJ, that only builds your depth down the stretch, right?
No, absolutely. I feel like it overall makes our team better. Football guys are going to get hurt. Just look at this year in our secondary, guys have been pretty banged up. So I definitely feel like overall it makes the secondary and the team stronger.
Hey, do your kids have new favorite players when Dad's not out there? Who's their Lions now?
Yeah, they're 3 under 3, so all they know is number 4. That's all Kinsley say is number 4. When she points at the screen, she thinks I'm playing even though I'm right there. So
you're a veteran guy who's been around, but how long do you think you need to kind of be back, get your legs under you before you kind of start thinking about getting back out there on Sundays?
I mean, I'm a gamer, so I'm ready, but that's not my call. Obviously, they're going to be smart about it, but if you ask me, I'm ready to play. So that's just my mindset.
Can you compare the feeling today, or when they told you were coming back to practice, versus that moment the injury happened? Because I know you thought you might be done for it when that injury happened. So just compare those two feelings.
Yeah, I went from thinking dang, my season's over with, very unfortunate, especially because I felt like I was getting into the groove of things here. And now, I'm going to be back, so my mindset is just, I'm really hungry. I'm ready to help this team make that push.
Oh yeah, you get back into it and start helping this team out again. A defense that's playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, as like you said, I'm eager, and there's not much to it besides that.
Surprise has been like for the last few weeks, months for you and your mindset trying to get back?
Watching everybody have fun, taking the losses hard, and just missing it, Simple.
What did you lean on during that process? Just obviously you've been through it before, but just how did you keep your head about you?
Family, reading, the guys around here, yeah.
Anything? Yeah, what kind of reading? Yeah.
I started back in the Bible. I looked a little bit into Zen. I found one of my teammates, Grant, recommended a literature RPG, if anybody knows what that is. Audiobook, I suggest it. And a lot of TV.
When you're watching these games, unable to be a part of it, are you looking at it from tape, or are you analyzing this stuff, or are you just trying to be calm and maybe exercise patience?
I'm not really a patient person. As much as I can wait, it's never patiently. A lot of it's been rather, I don't want to just say emotional, but my energy spikes, my energy drops. I'm watching the D line. I'm like, damn, it's just things that happen to be when you're a football player.
You guys able to be around during that process and all the meetings and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I've been able to be around. Shout out to the guys for keeping me in it.
Is there a date you have circled that you're hoping to return by?
Today. So.
What about on a Sunday?
Today. So yeah.
Is there a plan mapped out, a realistic time or a week you think you can get back on the field in the game?
Realistic. Like I said, today. Yeah.
Thank you guys.